Hello and welcome to Union Mine High School here in El Dorado, California on the NFHS Network, courtesy of ABC Jam Productions, as we get set for this CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division IV Boys Basketball Semifinal between the Nighthawks of Natomas, who are visiting the host Union Mine Diamondbacks, alongside my broadcast partner, Coach Scott Tedman. I'm Matthew Bassett. Coach, somebody's about to punch their ticket to a section championship. Not at Golden One this year, going to be at UC Davis for this division, but doesn't mean any less just because the venue is not the same as we're used to.
No, it doesn't at all, and UC Davis is a tremendous venue as well on its own. Both of these teams halfway home to a blue banner. Tonight we'll find out who advances to play in the section finals in the D4 boys to take on the winner of Venture Academy and Ripon, also playing tonight.
And we are going to be able to witness two of the most electric scorers in the entire section. We'll talk about those guys here in just a moment, but let's jump into Coach T's keys to the game. Coach, for Natomas, let's talk about the visiting team first under head coach Brian McKenzie. It's all about the ball, brothers.
It is. We're talking about not the NBA version, but the Natomas Nighthawk version with Mono and Darion Jenkins. Between the two of them, average about 30 points a game. Darion, the senior, 5'10", guard, on Mono Jenkins, the 6-foot sophomore, and just a tremendous player. Had a great game against Sutter that we covered. They are a tremendous brother duo for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, and their last name isn't Ball, but they can ball, which is why the Ball brothers
exactly.
there. Flock of Hawks for the Nighthawks.
Yeah, the Nighthawks have a deep bench. They bring them in waves. Coach McKenzie does a great job. They will pressure, they'll press, they'll get up and down, and they'll fly like hawks trying to fire their way into a section final.
And for Union Mine, 28-2 on the year under head coach Ryan Williams. Key to the game, how sweet it is.
Nate Sweet, one of the all-time great players here at Union Mine, a Divisional Player of the Year candidate certainly, averaging 26 points a game, almost 5 rebounds, almost 3 assists, and 2 steals a game. He's a stat sheet stuffer and is the leader for Union Mine. How sweet he is as a senior. This is his payoff year, and he's looking for a ticket.
6th in the section, scoring the basketball with that 26.3 a game. Also for Union Mine, Rattlers repeat, it should say, not revenge, repeat. Let's change that here.
It's a repeat, not a revenge. For earlier in the year, these two teams hooked up at Natomas. It was a classic. Union Mine squeaked out a 76-75 win on December the 5th. And in that game, partner, there was a pregame technical against Union Mine that almost cost them the game.
Yeah, that game ended up going into overtime, and you think about if that point had gone the other way, you know, the technical free throws didn't exist there, you know, that game might not have even made it to overtime. Union Mine might have won that in regulation.
Yes, that's right.
But it doesn't get, I mean, you talk about a 2 and a 3 seed, you expect these matchups to be close. Obviously, they played to a 1-point win for Union Mine earlier in the year in overtime. I think we're going to be in for a fantastic contest here tonight. I mean, you could not picture a better matchup here in the Division IV bracket. It's been all chalk on this lower side of the bracket with the 2 and 3 seeds advancing, but we will step away for the national anthem. We'll be back for the opening tap of this semifinal game between Natomas and Union Mine here in El Dorado. Tip of this semifinal game. And you know, Scott, one of the things I love most about covering high school sports is being able to see different campuses, visit different high school campuses, visit different gyms. And this gym just does not disappoint. Some of the best artwork I think I've ever seen in a high school gym. They got the Diamondback, the big Diamondback on the wall there, on the baseline just to our left. They got Diamondbacks on the floor. I mean, this place is incredible. I can't wait to see how this game plays out, but I am just enamored with this gym.
Yeah, it's a beautiful venue, and they're going to hit the house lights here as they introduce the starting lineup for the Rattlers of Union Mine.
We'll let y'all just take this in right now.
They got the video board going. This is first class awesome. Semifinals in the D4 boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet for the starting lineup for your SBC League champion, Union Mine Diamondbacks.
They said this crowd they pack it in here every single home game, and you can feel it, you can hear it. It is noticeable how electric this crowd is going to be.
Yeah, the electricity, the excitement, it's palpable here in Union Mine.
California Montessori Project. You know what time it is, game time. Number 5, Damian Shade.
They got the Knicks names going.
At guard, a 5'11" senior from Markham Middle School. The sniper, the Slav, number 10, Hayden Adi. At point guard, a 5'7" senior from Herbert Green. The state leader in assists per game, number 3, Ethan Gines. At guard, a 6'2" senior from the California Montessori Project. The man is a walking bucket. The MVP of the league, Nate Sweet.
There's Nate Sweet, who we alluded to earlier in the broadcast. But boy, this team is one of those teams you look at their stats and they jump out at you. And I'm envisioning that once we see them in person, the way they play the game is going to jump out at us as well. You got Nate Sweet, 6th in the section in points. You got Isaac Zmerzliker, who is 4th in the section in rebounds. And then you got Ethan Gines, who is 1st in the state in assists. I mean, what more could you ask for those guys in the starting lineup? And they got more contributors also.
Yeah, they're deep, but their starting lineup is impressive. Here we go.
Opening tap, and this Darion Jenkins tracking it down. Can't get the land to fall, and Zmerzliker grabs the rebound right out of the gates. No surprise there.
We're on the push, got a foul.
Starting lineups, we'll give those to you here. Number 1, for Natomas under head coach Brian McKenzie. Number 1, Aaron Wallace. Number 3, Harold Beckwith. Number 4, Mano Jenkins. Number 10, Darion Jenkins. And number 24, Achilles Terrell for Union Mine. Number 3, Ethan Gines. Number 5, Damian Shade. Number 10, Hayden Adi. Number 23, Nate Sweet. And number 33, Isaac Zmerzliker. We're just going to call him Isaac probably most of the night here, but got to get that last name out there a couple times. Here's Gines on the drive, and he had Darion Jenkins on his back, and Jenkins commits the foul. So that's 1 foul on each of the Jenkins brothers.
We'll keep an eye on that. Natomas is going to be in straight man. They have heavy ball pressure, do a good job in help.
There's Gines underneath the hoop, can't get it to go. Zmerzliker with the rebound. Back down to Gines. In the corner, Nate Sweet for 3. This one's long, maybe a little too fired up. Rebound, Gines goes up, and Zmerzliker putting in some work on the glass early, but an empty possession. Darion Jenkins from the mid-range, and Zmerzliker, that's 3 rebounds already, and he had a tap out to Gines on the previous possession as well.
He's doing a great job on the boards. Both teams playing a little too fast, I think, for the coach's taste now. Coach McKenzie slowing them down a bit. They're going to run their motion.
These aren't teams with a storied history of being here. Natomas has won 3 section championships in basketball, but it's been a while. Union Mine has never hoisted a blue banner.
Yeah, they're looking for their first here in Diamondback country.
There's a drive by Beckwith. Good defense there by the Diamondbacks. Here comes Gines.
Gines is crafty with the ball, leading the state in assists.
In the corner, 3 on the way.
There you go.
And that's Hayden Adi knocking down the first field goal of the game. 3-point lead for the Diamondbacks.
Natomas on the push. Aaron Wallace, the freshman. Union Mine in straight man, heavy ball pressure. You're going to see that all night from both teams.
It's going to be a foul. It's going to be an offensive foul. That one's going to go on Wallace.
Yes.
So this is where the young Nighthawks need to settle into this contest. Keep in mind, this is a very, very young team out there on the floor right now. You have a freshman in Aaron Wallace, a junior in Harold Beckwith, sophomore in Mano Jenkins to go with the two seniors, Darion Jenkins and Achilles Terrell.
Yeah, it is a difference between Union Mine, this is their year. They've waited for this for the last year or two, and they've got all these seniors ready to go, whereas Natomas is very young but talented.
Guines with the dish down low, and Zmerzlicher finishes.
Union Mine off to a good start. Natomas needs to settle down and settle into the game.
There's Jenkins on the drive. He floats it up. Can't get the roll, but it'll send Mano Jenkins to the charity stripe. He shoots it at 69% on the year, leading scorer for this team at 18.3 a contest, 5:43 to go first quarter.
Yeah, Mano Jenkins is so composed for a sophomore. We were so impressed with him against Sutter. He will keep the team settled down.
Jenkins knocks down the first free throw.
And sometimes in these big games, it's just getting on the board, partner. And with Mano at the free throw line, expect them to probably drop this in, and they can settle down and play their game if you're a Nighthawks fan.
Definitely don't like seeing that goose egg up on the board for your team.
Yes.
As Jenkins knocks down both free throws.
Okay, now they're in their press. It's 2-2-1. Zone press. They look to trap at the half-court line and in the corners.
Oh, and that's a turnover there. It was miscommunication between Zmerzlicher and Nate Sweet.
Yeah, Sweet thought Zmerzlicher was going to go to the corner. He stayed in the post. Turnover. Nighthawks bringing it up. This place is loud tonight.
That's going to be a hold there on Adi.
So I think the refs are calling this pretty tight so far. I know Coach McKenzie wasn't happy with the foul on Wallace. Had a little conversation with the officials in terms of how you're going to call the game tonight.
Well, they're showing consistency so far. I mean, there's a couple little cheap ones on both teams, and so now you're the players, the coaches got to adjust, right?
And I think that's why Coach McKenzie was asking a couple questions so he can let his players know this is what you got to look for tonight in terms of the officiating crew.
Here's Aaron Wallace, the freshman with the basketball. And that's going to be a foul away from the ball. This one's going to go on Damian Shade as he was trying to contain Mano Jenkins.
Now it's early, only 5:22 left in the first quarter, but we talked about this at the Open. These are deep teams. They may need to be the way the game's being officiated right now.
Yeah, players
keep a close eye on that.
They're going to have to make some adjustments. Here's McNeil. Joseph McNeil just checked in the game for the first time. Jenkins drives the baseline, tries to finish at the cup, can't get it to go. Rebound, Karams to Guines.
They'll double this.
Guines across midcourt. Looking down low, Zmerzlicher pumps, goes up, can't get it to go. Terrell with a strong rebound.
Yeah, that would go down 9 times out of 10, but that's a perfect example why Guines is averaging 10 assists a game.
Here's McNeil with the floater.
Nice
Good.
finish.
With some points off the bench already. That's another freshman, Joseph McNeil. First field goal of the game for Natomas.
Yeah, these young Nighthawks, they know how to play. Don't be fooled by their age.
Here's Guines with it.
Tough ball pressure by McNeil.
Shade looking for some help. Gets it back to Guines. Probably a wise move there. Guines in the paint. Guines is tied up, and this is going to be a jump ball. It'll stay Union Mine basketball. Oh, they reset the shot clock. They should not have. There was 11 seconds to shoot, and they reset it, and the officials right on top of it.
That.
Yeah, you get to these semifinals, you get the absolute best crews, and that ref was right on top of that. 11 seconds when we put on the shot clock.
Yeah, for those watching, these crews are evaluated and assigned to these big games based on their performance throughout the season. We have a great three-man crew here tonight. They're right on top of that. 11 seconds left of the shot clock.
Guines sends it out top. This is Jeremiah Adi, the younger
dribble
brother.
handoff, but they're inside of 5 seconds here.
3 on the way from Sweet. That one misses long. Guines with a rebound. Boy, smallest guy on the floor has been all over the court today, but then he loses it out of bounds.
Yeah, took the words right out of my mouth. Just hustles all the time, tracks the ball, but turned it over.
And at 5 feet 7 inches, he averages over 4 rebounds a game. I mean, that number doesn't sound incredible, but when you got Zmerzlicher gobbling up 13 of them a game, his 4 is impressive.
It is,
especially at 5'7". 4:09 to play first quarter.
Got a little delay here. Checking something at the scorer's table. And we're set to go. 4:09 left in the first quarter.
Here comes Wallace across the timeline. This is freshman on freshman here with Audie and Wallace. Wallace with a pump fake and glides in, scoops it home. Boy, this kid is impressive. Just a freshman.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Terrell with the nice hands, knocks away from Sweet.
We got numbers. There it is.
Hemingway to McNeil, puts it up and in.
I think Union Mine needs a timeout here.
They're going to take one. An 8-0 run by Natomas. And Natomas, this was no short drive for the Nighthawks fans, but they are well represented out here in El Dorado. 30-second timeout.
Yeah.
We'll stay right here with you. But how about the freshman, Joseph McNeil, with 4 points off the bench to lead the way so far for Natomas. 2 freshmen have scored the last 6 points for the Nighthawks.
His other fellow freshman, Aaron Wallace, with a nice bucket. The Nighthawks are starting to feel themselves a little bit now. A little bit of a slow start, but they do it with defense, and they get that transition offense going. They are a handful. For Union Mine now, they got to slow down a little bit. I think they're trying to play too fast and getting themselves caught in bad situations. Coach Williams has been here. He's been building for this year's team, and I'm sure he'll take care of what he needs to for the team to settle down and play their game.
Here's Shade with it. Gives up to Audie. Now it's Merzlicher. Love the patient press break there by the Diamondbacks.
Much
Sweet
better.
Off the dribble, 3, no good. Rebound fought for Merzlicher, can't handle it. It'll be out off of the off of the Nighthawks.
I thought that was off of Zerznickler, but in any event, that was the call. Nate Sweet's got to get his feet underneath him. He's a little bit off balance. He gets his feet underneath him, he'll be knocking those down. They need his offense tonight against this very talented Natomas club.
Gines inbounds. Merzlicher's there. Just throw it up. He also plays tight end for the Union Mine football team, a big-time prospect at that position. Just a sophomore, and you'd never guess it looking at how he's built.
Believe that.
Gines in the corner. Audie for 3. Got it! The freshman comes off the bench and knocks it down. Jeremiah Audie shooting it at 49% from the outside.
He is a big-time shooter, the freshman.
Wallace with the drive. The floater's no good, but I think Audie's going to get called for the foul. It will be. All tied up at 8, 3:01 to play first quarter.
Yeah, when they're on their half-court man for Union Mine, Natomas' quickness and speed is bothering them a little bit. They're getting the ball to the basket. You got to keep him in front. Can't open up your hip. That's what happened with Audie, and we've got Natomas at the line shooting 2.
Wallace, first free throw, good. Well, the free throw shooting for these youngsters. The only guys that have scored are 2 freshmen and a sophomore for the Nighthawks.
And then you got Audie, the freshman for Union Mine.
And a sophomore. Merzlicher has a bucket as well.
The kids are taking over.
The present is bright. The future might even be brighter for these 2 programs.
Yes, sir.
Second free throw off the mark from Wallace. Battling for the rebound. That was Hemingway. Loses it out of bounds, but it'll stay. Natomas basketball.
Natomas in their stack set. They'll run a split, run somebody to the corner. There it is. And then they'll run the post.
Here's Jenkins. Good footwork there. Kind of forced a shot, though. Oh, look at this battle for the rebound. Going down on the deck to get it. That's Hayden Audie, the older brother. Sweet in transition. 3 on the way off the mark. McNeil with the board.
Natomas on the push. Running their lanes.
Hesitation, spin the lane, dumps it down looking for Rose, and it's out of bounds. Off of Sweet.
It was a nice look by McNeil, actually. They had a little bit of a spacing issue, but it was a good look inside by McNeil there.
Here's Jenkins. Jenkins in the lane, the floater, no good, but he's fouled.
He is so good with the ball. I mean, he's crafty, he's smart, he's just big enough and long enough where when he gets into that mid-range floater, he can get it off over somebody a little bigger than he is. Really impressive player.
And that's the second foul on Audie. So Hayden Audie with 2, and I think we're going to check him out of the game. First free throw off the mark from Jenkins. He's now 2 of 3 at the line. And now Audie's going to sit down. 2:20 to go in the first quarter, and Audie sits with 2 fouls. Second free throw from Jenkins is pure.
Clean.
Nothing from the field just yet. The 3 points all at the charity stripe. 10-8. Nighthawks on top. Here's Gines in the paint. Kicks out to the corner, but nobody's home.
So Gines had a nice push, but he's got to recognize when you get to the free throw line, you either have something or you don't. You don't want to get below the free throw line, have no options. That's what happens, turnover.
Yeah, he left his feet and got caught there. Drive by Wilkins. Alfred Wilkins off the bench. Can't get that shot to go. And they'll get it to Gines, and Gines wants to push. This game is being played at such a frenetic pace right now.
Yeah, that's the right word. A little bit too frenetic for Union Mine, though. And Gines has got to settle down here.
Here's Adi. Get the ball in the hands of Sweet. Sweet drives the lane. Sweet goes right around the charge and lays it up and in.
Nice take by Sweet. He's a little bigger and stronger than the Natomas defenders. He should be looking to take the ball to the basket like he did this last possession.
Jenkins loses the ball on the way up. Somehow gets it off to Hemingway. They're going to call a walk.
So Natomas going to get back in their press.
All tied up at 10.
Guys needs to keep his head up and see what's there. That's better. I would run somebody in the middle.
Sweet will cross the timeline with time to spare. Now they'll get to their offense, about 25 seconds to shoot. Gines in the paint. Out to Sweet. Sweet from the mid-range. That one's short, gets his own miss. Shade on the baseline. He's trapped down there and forced the pass inside. Deflected by E.J. Rose, yet another freshman for Natomas. There's Hemingway in the paint. Hemingway with a little scoop, no good. Hemingway gets his own miss, puts it back up. Can't get it to go. Rebound fought for. It's going to be out of bounds off of Union Mine.
Natomas just pursuing the basketball. We talk about this a lot. Offensive rebounds can either keep you in a game or get a lead. Natomas doing a nice job on the offensive boards here.
There's some battles being had on the board.
There really are.
Neither of these teams are big teams in stature, but here's Jenkins, free throw line jumper. That's Darion Jenkins, can't get it to go, and Gines comes down with another rebound.
About 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock for the first quarter.
Gines in the lane, lefty runner, no good. Smerslicker with the rebound, put back, no good. Gets it again, and he's fouled on the floor, though, and that's only the fourth team foul on Natomas.
Well, these teams are really battling around the basket, both trying to team rebound, which is what they need to do. Very impressive on both ends, particularly on the boards, really getting after it.
Couple of subs here for Natomas.
Number 4, Tyler Chambers.
Kahari Lewis coming in for the first time, and Aaron Wallace is coming back in for Union Mine. Tyler Chambers checks in for the first time. Here's Sweet now. Sweet will step back. Mid-range jump shot, and the whole rims are kind to Nate Sweet.
15.
Union Mine back on top by 2. 12 seconds to go here, first quarter. Wilkins drives and kicks. Darion Jenkins thought about it. Now he'll attack. The spin, the floater, no good. Kahari Lewis comes down with the rebound, kicks out. Wallace for 3.
If it goes.
No good at the horn. Diamondbacks on top by 2, heading into quarter number 2. It's a fast, physical game, and we're loving every minute of it. We'll be back from Union Mine. back here at Union Mine, 12-10 Diamondbacks after one quarter. Alongside my broadcast partner, Coach Tedman, I'm Matthew Bassett. Thank you so much for joining us here at ABC Jam Productions for this semifinal contest. Pretty sloppy first quarter there. I think both teams, maybe some jitters. You know, it's a big moment here. Both these teams try to punch a ticket to the section championship game.
Yeah, I think they burned off a little bit of that extra energy. It'll be interesting to see how the second quarter goes.
Hemingway from three, and that was way off the mark. Merzlicher with another rebound. He and Gines have been strong on the glass for the Diamondbacks. Gines in the paint. Gines goes up with the left hand on the right side. He's fouled.
Boy, he is undeterred going into the paint, the smallest guy on the floor, but Ethan Gines is fearless.
He is a nightmare to guard. Also, does a great job of keeping that dribble alive as well. Oh, and look at the home runs friendly to the Diamondbacks. Gines knocks down the first free throw, his first point of the contest. He's a 71% free throw shooter on the year.
Not a big score, averages 8.4 a game, but timely buckets.
He knocks down both free throws there. Diamondbacks up by 4. Largest lead in this one was a 5-point lead. 5-0 it was for Union Mine to start things.
And they're going full deny are the Nighthawks on Mano Jenkins.
There's Darion Jenkins. He'll try one from three, and he rattles it home.
And when you go full deny on your best scorer, if you're the defense, that's going to open up other areas. It certainly was for the Nighthawks in that situation.
For his older brother.
Exactly right. The brother act.
Here's Gines in the lane, and that's going to be a charge.
Yes. Gines is a little bit out of control, and that's why they called the offensive foul there. He's getting caught well below the free throw line with no options, and then he leaves his feet, as you just mentioned, and he's stuck. He's got to recognize if it's not there, back up dribble, and then run the offense. You either have something at the free throw line or not. You got to make that determination earlier.
That was Kahari Lewis who took the charge. That's what football players are supposed to do in basketball, not afraid of that contact.
No, they welcome it.
Mano Jenkins, step back three, almost from the same spot his brother just knocked one down from.
And Mano Jenkins needs no time to get that shot off. A super quick release.
Here's Shade. He thought about it. We'll give it to Adi.
Nighthawks in their pressure man, helping recover. You got to recover to the shooter.
Gines drives and kicks. Adi from the corner. Three is good. I believe his brother knocked one down from that same corner as well.
Absolutely, and Gines was great penetration that time, kept his head up and knew where his spot-up shooter was.
2 threes in the game for Hayden Adi, 17-6, 16 Diamondbacks. There's Kahari Lewis with the drive, the runner off the window. A little ambitious there from Kahari Lewis. Here's Gines. Oh, dishes to Merzlicher. He lays it up, no good.
Crawls on the rim and out, wow.
Merzlicher has missed a few easy ones.
He really has, he's got to make those. He's getting good looks in there.
Oh, here's a turnover. Shade with the steal, and Shade will glide in and lay it up. Mano Jenkins maybe tried to do a little too much from the corner there.
Yeah, he got stuck, again, kind of like the Gines situation. You got to know where your options are before you leave your feet.
Darion Jenkins walks down the lane and lays it up and in.
Number 10, Darion Jenkins.
Boy, the tempo is hot, and it hasn't slowed down a bit, partner. Both teams playing very well right now.
Sweet with the three, in and out. Mano Jenkins with a rebound. He rebounds the ball really well for a guy his size, over 5 a game. There's a three from Beckwith. And now Gines with the rebound. He wants to push it. It's Merzlicher. Sidesteps the charge and the touch off the glass. How about the body control to avoid the charge?
Beautiful body control, absolutely, by Merzlicher.
Another assist there from Gines. 21-18, 4:45 to go in the half. Darion Jenkins off the mark with that one, and Merzlicher with another board.
Still pushing it.
Here's Sweet. Sweet pumps, and then goes glass.
I think Coach Penzi's taking a timeout.
5-point lead. Union Mine, these Diamondback fans are jumping here in the snake pit. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right with you. Boy, both these teams are getting it's really balanced scoring, right? We obviously got the two high scorers and Mano Jenkins and Nate Sweet, but right now, up and down the roster, both teams are getting scoring contributions, and obviously you want your stars to shine, but when you're getting that sort of balance, it makes it so hard to defend.
It does. You'll take it all day long if you're either coach. Where the stars tend to shine is if it's a close game and you need buckets down the stretch. That's when the stars tend to rise. But for right now, both teams getting great contribution up and down the bench. When they call this the Snake Pit, boy, is that aptly named. This place is on fire, and the Fangs are out for the Diamondbacks, up by 5. The Nighthawks have answered every call. Here they come.
6 different players have scored for the Diamondbacks.
Straight man for Union Mine. Wheel
Jenkins,
cut.
Off glass. How about the touch there? Tough angle from Mano Jenkins.
Just can't say enough good things about Mano Jenkins. What a player. Wow.
He's got 8 in the game to lead all scorers. That's going to be a carry.
10
or 10
seconds.
second call. Oh.
They were too casual getting the ball inbounds. And then once they did, lost track of the 10-second count. Turnover to the Nighthawks.
4:06 to play in the half here. Here's McNeil, the freshman, with it.
The other thing that stands out with the Natomas, they're so young, but they're so composed.
Body's hitting the deck all over the place. McNeil has it again. McNeil spins in the paint. McNeil with the floater. It's good.
Beautiful spin move by McNeil.
The freshman off the bench has 6 points. Gines. Well, he is a blur. Shade will step inside the three-point line. A little long there. Rebound. Mano Jenkins controls. Good battle by Terrell and Adi.
Natomas doing a nice job of team rebounding.
Wallace on the break. Stops. Pops. Nighthawks back on top.
Roll it
That
around and
freshman
count
has
it.
6. And a steal in the backcourt. Let's see if
They called a foul.
did they call it before or after the steal? Oh, they called it before the
They
steal.
sure did.
Wow.
I don't know about that call. I thought that was tremendous defense by McNeil. At least a tie-up, if not a steal. But Natomas ends up picking up the foul.
And that's the second on McNeil.
And he's played great tonight, McNeil has, for Natomas.
Gines across midcourt. Never mind, stolen. This is Mano Jenkins
Gonna
now.
take it right to the
Jenkins
bucket.
goes right at Sweet and finishes. Mano Jenkins is coming alive.
He is the man. That sophomore is spectacular.
Adi to Adi. It's a Adi potty.
The Union's got to settle in.
Oh, look at the dish down low. Smelziker can't get it to go, but he's fouled.
But
Boy, Gines sees the game different than anybody else in this gym, I promise you.
He absolutely does. When he keeps his head up, he is a blur. He is really good with the ball, and when he makes the passes, he's not messing around. He kicks it right in there. Really impressive point guard for Union Mine. Now that he's settled in, he's got his options, and he finds them.
Smelziker misses the first free throw, 62% free thrower on the year. The sophomore, I'm very hesitant to call him a sophomore because of his build. The frame is just not sophomore-esque.
No, it is not. But they're going to need his scoring here a little bit more. Average is 15.4 a game.
And that gives him 5 in the game right there. But he's missed a few easy ones.
He has.
Got to figure the law of averages will kind of bring that thing back for him.
But the thing about these one-and-done games is you just can't afford to have any questions there. You got to make them when they're there.
Oh, good defense there from Adi, but Jenkins wins it back, and there's going to be a foul. Adi was playing really nice ball denial defense there on Mano Jenkins, and that's 3 on Adi.
Now, he's going to have to sit down for the rest of the half. He's not happy. Thought he was playing solid defense there.
That's big with 2:36 to go in this first half.
We talked about teams being deep. They're going to use their bench tonight to get out
Darion
of this
Jenkins
round.
sidesteps a 3, no good. Rebound, Gines comes away with it.
He is strong for his size partner. Wow.
Tenacious.
He's built like a running back. Natomas just suffocating Union Mine on the perimeter.
Gines in the lane, and Gines going to be, it's going to be a blocking call on Achilles Terrell. Well, I thought that looked more like a charge than the earlier one.
I did too.
But now Gines will go to the line. And, you know, the thing about that stuff is sometimes when you're the aggressor, you're going to get the benefit of the calls. And right now, nobody's as aggressive as the 5'7" Ethan Gines.
No, he's going to make the officials make a call either way.
Now at the foul line, Gines knocks it down. He's 3 of 3 at the charity stripe in this one. Has a chance to pull Union Mine back within 1.
This place is electric tonight.
Neither team able to gain much separation here in this first half. Gines knocks it down, back to a 1-point lead for Natomas. Largest lead for Union Mine has been 5. Largest lead for Natomas has been 4. Wilkins drives and kicks. Jenkins left alone in the corner. Kick with the shot to go. Rebound is secured, but a foul will be called. This is going to be on Wallace, and it's going to send Gines back to the line.
That should be 5 team fouls.
Yeah, they got it there.
Coming into the game, number 3, Harold Beckwith.
That was on Wallace. They didn't put the number of fouls up on the board there. I think that's 2 on Wallace, though. Yeah, it is. Number 2 on Aaron Wallace, the freshman. So now Gines, who's 4 of 4 at the line, hasn't scored from the field just yet, but.
And no 1-and-1. It's all shoot 2. So Gines at the line, shooting 2.
Yeah, I've stopped boring our listeners to death with explaining the new rule.
Yeah, we're not going through the rule. We're just going to tell them they're shooting 2 is all.
There we go. I like it. Gines 5 of 5 at the line. Watching him shoot these free throws, he doesn't look like a 71% free thrower.
No, he's dropping them right in. He's got a nice release, nice trajectory. Bam.
6 for 6 and back on top. The Diamondbacks by 1. Wilkins now in the lane with a floater up and good. That's a strong take there from Alfred Wilkins.
And there's another freshman.
Another freshman. I was going to say, stop me if you've heard this one before.
Boy, the Nighthawks are swarming.
And that one's up and in from Nate Sweet.
Great cut by Nate Sweet. Catch and finish.
Back and forth we go in the snake pit. Here's Terrell. He'll try one from the corner, and he knocks it down. We saw him hit 2 threes in the quarterfinals against Sutter. Not a very, he doesn't shoot that many on the year, but he's certainly capable. Timeout, Union Mine. They're on the verge of another 10-second call.
A smart timeout by Coach Williams. But Achilles Terrell said, look, enough of the freshmen. The senior class can play 2 and knocks it down from 3.
He's a 25% three-point shooter on the year. How about this? Just on the road, this environment buries it.
Yeah.
Not a lot of trajectory on that one. Kind of a line drive, but
full commitment to the shot. And he knocks it down.
There was absolutely no hesitation for him.
Not at all.
That's his first bucket of the game, too.
No, he wasn't shaking the ball out. He just grabbed it and let it go for 3.
1:12 to play in this first half. Natomas back on top by 2. Boy, I can't even. If somebody were keeping track of lead changes in this one, they're gonna need a calculator.
We need 4 stat guys just to keep up with all of that. But this is just incredible end-to-end action. It's what you want to see in a semifinal to get to the championship, to try to win a blue banner. Both teams coming out, playing their game. It is impressive.
Here's Chambers with it.
Here comes a trap.
Get it back to Gines. It's probably the right move here for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, since the first 4 minutes of the game, he's really settled in, Gines has, and is really running the show for the Diamondbacks.
And that's going to be a block there on Wilkins, and that'll send Gines right back to the line, where he's already 6 of 6. Hasn't scored from the field in this one. Don't have his assist numbers or his rebound numbers, but let's just say he's doing everything.
He really is.
Gines free throws, good. Remember, he got the first one at his first free throw of the night, bounced up high and then dropped straight in. But these last 5 or 6 have just been perfect.
Yeah, they've been pure. He's not even bothering with the rim.
And that one rolls
used
in.
The rim that time, but
he bothered with the rim that time.
It all goes in.
8 of 8 at the charity stripe.
And we've talked about this all season long, right? Free throws make a huge difference, and in these playoff games, it can be the difference between moving on or going home. Gines 8 for 8, very impressive from the line.
Gines taking a breather here with 59 seconds to go in the first half. Terrell will try one from the other side. This one's just long. Rebound is tapped, and that's going to be a foul. This sends Tyler Chambers to the line. I believe that was the fouled player. Chambers, the junior, 67% free throw shooter on the year, averages just under 5 points a game. A chance with 46.6 to play in the first half to give the Diamondbacks a lead.
Tyler Chambers.
46.6 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Oh, first free throw rolls in and out.
Expect to get those at home.
They have been getting them so far, just not that one.
Out. Yeah, exactly.
Sweet's gotten one, Gines gotten a couple. Chambers' second free throw's good. Union Mine back on top. Another lead change on the tally. Darion Jenkins.
Let's see if they go 2 for 1 here.
Shade hit the deck, was in some pain there. There's a 3 on the way. This one's in and out, no good. Wilkins taps the rebound, and Darion Jenkins tracks it down.
Good pursuit of the ball by the Nighthawks here.
That was Jeremy Ruby with the attempt. Shot clock turned off. Wilkins in the lane, rejected by Sweet. That's a big-time block shot by Nate Sweet, and here come the Diamondbacks.
Doing it with defense.
Shade gets his pocket picked. Now here comes Mano Jenkins in the front court. He'll step back from 3.
Whoa!
Got it! The Stars are getting it done on both ends. And a steal by Wilkins. He'll heave it at the horn. He got it! The Nighthawks with a flurry to end the first half.
Thomas, wow! This is playoff basketball at its best. Are you kidding me?
Somebody's going to a section championship, but you might as well call this one the one for the blue banner. Holy smokes, 38-33 at the end of the first half.
33.
What a game we got brewing here in El Dorado.
What a half by both teams, and the incredible finish to the quarter by the Natomas Nighthawks. Wow!
When Wilkins shot it, I was like, he has more time. I'm thinking, he doesn't need more time. He just heaved it up from 35 feet and buried it.
We want to thank our half
5-point lead for Natomas, their largest lead of the game so far. Union Mine is led by 5 a couple different times. But here we are heading into half number 2. Nighthawks, a little bit of a cushion in this back and forth contest. We'll be back here at ABC Jam Productions. Welcome back here at ABC Jam Productions, Union Mine in El Dorado, as we get set for the second half of the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division 4 semifinal contest between Union Mine and Natomas. It was a flurry from the Nighthawks to end the first half. A 3 by Mano Jenkins after a steal, and then after another steal, freshman Alfred Wilkins knocked out a triple from about 35 feet out. And that's what gives Natomas the 5-point lead heading into half number 2 alongside my broadcast partner, Coach Tedman. I'm Matthew Bissett. Coach, boy, I mean, the first quarter was a little sloppy, but then the second quarter was a 28-21 quarter. These offenses figured some stuff out.
Yeah, there was an explosion offensively. I don't think either team needs to make any specific adjustments.
Here's Sweet with the backdoor feed from Gines, and Sweet lays it up and in.
They just need to keep playing hard and running their stuff. I do think for Union Mine, Smerslicker could get a little bit more involved in the offensive end. We missed some easy shots for him. We'll look to have him make those in the second half. For Natomas now, their pressure is really bothering Union Mine. They'll want to continue to do that. And Mano Jenkins, man, oh man, what a first half for him. The sophomore star.
13
shining
points,
bright tonight.
13 points in that first half, including that last three that put Natomas up by one right before, or by two before the Wilkins three. Jenkins, that's Darion Jenkins, goes in, can't get it to go. Rebound secured by the Nighthawks. There's Terrell on the feed from Darion Jenkins, lays it up and in.
And
extra possession there.
Natomas is getting back in transition.
Hayden Audi for three, no good. Smerslicker with the putback. Smerslicker. And a quick timeout. Coach McKenzie, he didn't like to see Smerslicker run right down the lane without a body on him. That is the fourth leading rebounder in the section with over 13 rebounds a game. Your Coach McKenzie will always want a body on that young man.
Yeah, you don't want to have him gobble it up like he did that time. The other thing with Coach McKenzie, I'm not certain after they scored, they were all kind of running back in transition. They were disorganized. Normally they come out and press. Maybe he took the press off for the first few possessions, but it was clear to me the Nighthawks were a little confused in their defensive transition. Boy, did Union Mine make them pay. Yeah,
they got an open three-point look from a guy who's already knocked down 2 threes in the game, and then Smerslicker ran right down the lane, right down Broadway. Yeah. And got the putback, and so Coach McKenzie's certainly not happy with that. Here's Mano Jenkins, 13 points in that first half. Step back Jay for Jenkins, no good. He's not getting the Diamondbacks roll. And here's a turnover as Smerslicker throws it away.
Natomas' hands are so quick.
Aaron Wallace for three. That one's off the mark. Achilles Terrell with the rebound. Oh, now they're letting him play in the second half.
They sure are.
Here's Gines down the lane. Scoops it home.
What a take by Gines.
All 31 flavors on that scoop.
Boy, no kidding.
He's up to 10 points in the game. He and Sweet both have 10. Natomas up 1.
Gines already passed his per-game average scoring, and Union Mine needs it here tonight.
And that was Gines' first field goal. Jenkins in the paint, and he gets fouled.
Mano Jenkins is so difficult to guard. He's shifty. He's so good with the ball. The ball is just an extension of his hand. He really rarely turns it over off the bounce. And unless you send help early, there's nobody on Union Mine's team that can guard him straight up.
He has speed, but his change of pace might even be more impressive than the outright speed. Mano Jenkins knocks down the first free throw. He was 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in that first half. Actually, I think in the first quarter, all of his points came from the free throw line. Then he exploded in the second quarter for 10.
And he's looking for his shot, which he's going to need to do throughout the course of this second half.
Jenkins off on the second attempt. Smerslicker with a rebound. This game's getting physical. There's bodies hitting the deck on every possession here in this third quarter.
So here's Union Mine trying to deal with the pressure. It's a 10-second call again. Natomas does a tremendous job of trapping soft and hard. They give different looks, but they're keeping them on the other side of the three-point line, and the clock continues to run out on the Diamondbacks. Another 10-second violation.
Well, they're going to give actually Coach Williams a timeout, I think. They're going to say so that the back. No, they're going to say 10
I don't think
call.
So.
Well, they were talking about it, and I thought they were going to give it to him. He was certainly lobbying for it. But, you know, most teams don't press off of misses. So after the missed free throw, Natomas just stays right there, and you got to be quick getting that ball after the rebound. You got to find Gines or whomever and start getting up the floor.
That's right, and if you relax mentally, which is what they did, they throw it right on you, do the Nighthawks.
Well, Hayden Audi actually picked up his 4th foul there. He was the one who fouled Mano Jenkins. That's not the guy you want to guard if you're in foul trouble.
Here's the senior Jenkins.
Aaron Wallace, the 3. That one's off the mark. Achilles Terrell with another rebound.
Okay, Natomas is going to spread him out a little bit here. Try to dribble drive.
That's going to be a moving screen there on Jenkins. They did a little dribble handoff, and Darion Jenkins get called for it.
And Coach Ryan Williams for the Diamondbacks gave a very hearty thank you.
He's so appreciative of that call.
Sure, he was putting that in the officials' ears earlier.
That's
in the game.
Second on Darion Jenkins. No individual other than Hayden Audi is in any real foul trouble.
On the push.
6 minutes to go in the third. Here's Sweet, who will rise up from 3, and he knocks it down. They got a smaller defender on him. He just rises up over the top and buries it. 13 in the games for Sweet.
Yeah, and he's got a beautiful release. Does Nate Sweet. That was pure.
Jenkins with hesitation, the floater, no good. And the rebound fought for, going to be a foul on the Diamondbacks. Boy, Achilles Terrell has come out in this second half and just got after it on the offensive glass. He only averages 5 rebounds a game, but he is everywhere at the moment.
Yeah, and his size at 6'3", they're going to need him to combat the size of Union Mine.
There's Joseph McNeil with it, the freshman who just checked back in for the first time in the second half. Wallace going to fire a 3. Well, he's not shy about pulling them, but he can't find the range in the second half.
Here comes Gines again.
Out to Shade. Shade thought about it, but he's been patient with his shot. He's a 39% three-point shooter.
Gines out of control there. Needs to settle down a little bit more. And on the move.
Oh, how about the feet on the break?
Wow.
But Wallace can't get the finish. And it's going to be a foul on the rebound. That was a great feed from Hemingway on the break, but Wallace just couldn't finish it. Then Terrell will get called for the foul.
You see that a lot where you get an open court layup like that. The guys are trailing for Natoma, so when there's a miss, they're going for the rebound and the offensive foul.
Here's Gines. Gines gets past the press and then loses it, but regains. Sweet will fire from deep. This one's short.
Natomas on the run.
Here comes Jenkins. Jenkins in the paint.
And
the
one!
floater and the foul!
What a player.
Man, oh man, this sophomore is somebody to keep an eye on, and he won't let you take your eyes off him.
No. He's got a bright light that shines on him, and he doesn't back away. So composed. We're going to stop calling him a sophomore. He's just a straight-up player.
Yeah, he's officially entered his junior year.
Yes, I'm with you on that part.
Based on experience. Free throw's good, 44-42. Natomas back on top by 2. A couple more lead changes here in this third quarter.
Gines setting him up. Good decision.
Good feet there by Terrell. Gines hits the deck, and that's going to be a block there on Terrell. That's 3 on Achilles Terrell.
We'll keep an eye on that because they really do need him. He's doing a great job on the boards, battling the Diamondbacks.
Another freshman in here, E.J. Rose, and Tyler Chambers checking in for the Diamondbacks. 4:32 to go in the third quarter. Both teams with 3 team fouls.
Rose, a 6'3" freshman.
Steal on the inbound by Jenkins.
Left-handed outlet.
And what a play! Right back. The snake pit going crazy for Gines. Hesitates. Oh. Jenkins with the rejection.
It's end to end. He's
in the corner. Wilkins from 3. This one's long. Rebound by Hemingway. Blocked but fouled.
This is as good as it gets. End-to-end action. Both teams going full gas here at the Snake Pit. Wow.
It is hard to describe the Mano Jenkins experience. I mean, he has the steal and then the block, and he averages almost 4 steals a game. Now, he averages almost a block shot a game, which doesn't sound remarkable, but for a 6-footer, that's insane.
Yeah. And we've talked about this during the Sutter game. He is so composed. He's a leader, instructing his teammates. They have total confidence in him to lead them.
Hemingway at the line. This is both. Merzlicher with another rebound.
And missed free throws can be big down the stretch here.
Here's Sweet. Thought about it.
I've been impressed with Sweet
Wilkins
here.
Pokes it away. Here comes Wilkins in the front court. Wilkins goes right
and
one. Gines and finishes and the foul.
Natomas' defense is relentless. 35, 40 feet from the basket. They're picking up with their quick hands, and when they get it, they go. I was going to say earlier before the turnover, I've been impressed with Sweet. He's letting the game come to him. He hasn't turned it over. He's been money on the line and from the field, but the Thomas's defense is really getting it done. They need to make their free throws. And
Wilkins
there's another.
gets his own miss and then loses it out of bounds. Boy, this place is going nuts right now. 46-42. It has just been back and forth for the first 2.5 quarters of this game. Here's Gines with it. He hits the deck. Gines looked like he was kind of stumbling there before anything even happened on that sideline.
Yeah, Wilkins got a little bit aggressive there after Gines beat him off the sideline dribble and reached in. Good call by the officials.
Here's Gines with it. Gines across midcourt. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Mano Jenkins. The bucket won't count, but that is the 5th team foul. So I'll put Gines at the line. He was 8 of 8 from the free throw line in that first half. Now that was going to the right basket. Let's see if the left basket is kind to Ethan Gines.
And Mano Jenkins was tracking him, but Gines is so strong with the ball. There's no way that Jenkins is going to be able to knock that through from behind. Picked up the foul.
Even with those long arms, just no shot there. Gines knocks down the first. Second free throw from Gines, off the mark. I'd yank him right now. I'd pull him out of the game.
Yeah, that's why you're sitting over here with me.
9 of 10 at the line. Wilkins step back. 2 is good. No fear from the freshman.
These, hate to call them kids from Natomas, but wow, these freshmen and sophomore, no moment's too big for the Natomas Nighthawks.
They're kids only in age.
Yes.
Gines with the drive to the hoop. He lays it up and in. Crafty finish there from Ethan Gines. His second field goal of the game. 13 points. Him and Sweet lead the way.
Gines has really brought his offensive game tonight. He's knocking down free throws, now scoring from the field here.
Moving screen on E.J. Rose, so the freshman gets called for that foul. It'll be a turnover back to the Diamondbacks. It's the first on Rose. 48-45. So 13 for Gines, 13 for Sweet. Mano Jenkins leads all scorers with 17.
Got 3:14 to go here in the third quarter. 3-point ball game.
Here's a steal on the inbound by McNeil. Gives it up to Wilkins. McNeil in the corner. He'll line up a triple. Off the mark.
Nice
Smurslicker with the rebound. Sweet. Mid-range. Pull up. Off the mark. Smurslicker with the rebound. He puts it back up and in.
That's what they need as Smurslicker. Nice catch. Offensive board and finish.
Wilkins from 3. That one's no good. Jenkins rebounds. Loses it.
Calling a foul.
So I'll put Jenkins at the line.
Boy, this is fast and furious. Vin Diesel has nothing on what's going on here tonight. Holy smokes. Fast and furious 10, 11, and 12 here from the Snake Pit.
Third foul on Jeremiah Adi. And now Mano Jenkins at the line. Natomas on top by 1.
Both teams in the bonus for the rest of the quarter. 2:44 to go. Third quarter. Free throws are going to be massive. We talk about this a lot. But coming down the stretch, the team that makes their free throws may walk out of here with a chance to walk into UC Davis on Friday.
First free throw is good from Jenkins.
Checking in is number 20.
The other thing Natomas has done, partner, they've done a nice job of just keeping their nose a little bit ahead of Union Mine on the scoreboard. And that's huge if you're the road team.
Doesn't fully let this crowd get into the thing, huh?
Exactly right.
50-47. Jenkins perfect trip to the line.
Thomas with their pressure.
Another near
Looking
steal
at
here.
another 10-second call. There it is.
And Coach Williams, called a timeout. He was right on top of it there.
Yeah, they were at 9 seconds when he called the timeout.
Timeout.
He may use all his timeouts trying to preserve 10-second calls. By the time he gets to the fourth quarter, this pressure by Natomas is impressive. Wow.
30-second timeout with 2:34 to play in the third quarter. Oh, I thought he called 30-second, but the players are sitting down here.
He may not have any 30s left.
Yeah, I've lost track of the timeouts, and they don't have timeouts remaining on the scoreboard here, so not really sure what the situation is there, but he's got plenty of basketball left to play, too, so Coach Williams' guys are going to have to figure something out.
That's exactly right. It's not like
few-
football where you can huddle up before every play. This is end-to-end action. You got a limited number of timeouts, and you're exactly right. That's spot on. The Diamondbacks are going to have to figure this out a little bit on their own within the concepts of what they practiced all year with their press offense, because Natomas is just putting it to them with the pressure.
Yeah, and that was one of the first the first near 10-second call after a made basket. That was off a make, and we've seen it typically come off of misses where they get the rebound, then they're looking for Gines or an outlet, and it just takes a little bit to get going up the court.
That's exactly right. The seconds just keep ticking away.
Jaden Tinker and Connor Henderson, two guys from the Union Mine football team, leaders of the Snake Pit, trying to get the crowd fired up here.
Doesn't take much to get these folks fired up. Man, this is a beauty tonight, and we got a lot of folks made the trip from Natomas.
Yeah, if somebody's not fired up in this gym, they need to be checked on immediately. Here comes Sweet, smaller defender on him. Jenkins, good hands though. Gines on the baseline, wraparound pass, Merzlicher goes up and the foul! I don't know how Gines saw him, but he did.
What a find by Gines.
That is the leading assist man in the state of California, number 6 in the entire nation.
And that, my friends, was Exhibit A. Wow.
We've probably seen Exhibit A, B, C, D, and E.
Yeah, that was at the top of the charts right there.
Merzlicher converts a three-point play. We're all tied at 50. Winner of this game plays at UC Davis at 8 o'clock on Friday for the section championship. Their opponent, either Venture Academy or Ripon. 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
And Natomas has got to hold their screens. They've had a couple offensive fouls here.
Here's McNeil.
Union Mine digging in on
McNeil,
defense.
strong take in the lane.
Better offense by McNeil. They're back in their press and a reach. That's a good call.
More free throws coming up here for Gines.
Wilkins with the reach. He got a little out of position, tried to reach through.
I think they got it on McNeil,
Is
his
that right?
third. Yeah.
All right.
Wrong freshman, Scott. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I
gotta keep
keep my
track of
freshmen.
these ninth graders.
Yeah.
Huh?
Playing like seasoned seniors, these freshmen. Wow.
Gines from the stripe. He's missed his last 2 now after making his first 9.
So as the game gets closer to the end, you got to make your free throws.
Darion Jenkins will check back into the game. Second on this team, averaging 11.9 points per game. Gines, second free throw, good. Back to a 1-point lead for Natomas.
And Natomas has done a nice job of keeping their nose ahead on the scoreboard. We'll see what happens here with this possession as we head closer to the end of the third quarter.
Here's Jenkins. They've really been playing nice ball denial defense on Mano Jenkins in this third quarter. 3 from the corner by Wilkins off the mark. Gines with another board.
He's pushing, keeping his head up, looking for his options.
Gines down low. Good hands there by Hemingway as he deflects it out of bounds. 1:18 to go third quarter.
Yeah, Hemingway's defense saved them from giving up a bucket.
Lead changes have slowed down a bit here in this third quarter, but the Diamondbacks a chance to take the lead back here. Here's Sweet on the inbound. Sweet nearly loses it, then nearly turns it over again. Boy, this is a hectic possession here. And then Wilkins swipes it. You can't sleep against this defense.
Nice
Here comes Mano
outlet.
Jenkins.
Oh, wow.
That's a tough foul there. I'm not sure. Sweet just trying to run through the screen there.
Yeah, he was trying to get to the shooter and just ran right through Mano Jenkins.
It looked like Kobe and Pau Gasol in the Olympics.
Going into the memory tracker on that one.
Oh, yeah.
What a compelling game tonight. for a semifinal. Wow.
They called it on Zmerzliker. I thought it was Sweet. It's on the board,
That's
it shows
3 on
Zmerzliker.
Zmerzliker.
Either way, neither of those guys had a foul up until that point, so it's not really going to make a big difference. As
Yep.
Sweet or Zmerzliker aren't really in any foul trouble. Well, actually, it shows three fouls
three fouls on the
Zmerzliker.
board, though.
I don't know. That's interesting. I thought it was Sweet as Jenkins splits the pair of free throws. Wilkins with the
Another
rebound.
offense.
Has it ripped away by Audi, and then it's going to be a jump ball for Thomas.
Possession goes to the Nighthawks.
Alfred Wilkins is having a fantastic game. He was a bit quiet in the game we did against Sutter, but he has come alive tonight.
Well, and the pace of this game fits Natomas perfectly, so I think for him it fits his game a little more than Sutter tried to slow the game down.
Here's Jenkins. Darion Jenkins gives off to Lewis. Lewis loses it. Oh.
That's a foul.
Yeah,
it's inadvertent, but it's a foul nonetheless, yes.
Have to call it.
Yep.
Audi was hitting the deck for the loose ball.
Now that's going to be 4 on Audi, I believe.
Yeah, both the Audi brothers have 4.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate foul for Audi. Just wrong place, wrong time, really.
Number 10, Aiden Audi.
And again, Natomas, if Mano can knock these down, will be able to keep this little bit of a margin, which they've done really throughout this whole half after they had that incredible Sports Center burst at the end of the second quarter.
Jenkins knocks down the first free throw.
Aiden Audi stepping on the floor.
There's nothing like basketball tournament style. Nothing like it.
Especially single elimination.
Yes.
Jenkins knocks them both down, back to a 4-point lead for Natomas.
Now they want to cut the sideline.
45 seconds to go here in the third. Here's Sweet with the drive. Sweet, great body control. Finish off the window. He's got 7 in the quarter.
Great concept by Union Mine, going diagonal and then take the ball right to the basket. Great break of the press by the Diamondbacks.
Here's Wallace with the drive and kick. Darion Jenkins. Wallace in the corner. He'll tee it up from 3 and it out. Gines with another board.
Yeah, they're going to push it here.
Shot clock turned off. Diamondbacks Katire take the lead on this possession. 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound caroms to Chambers. 10 seconds. Gines steps through. Audi in the corner. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Oh, a hard fall by Kahari Lewis. Wallace will heave it up the horn. I don't think it would have counted.
We got to
But Lewis hit the deck hard.
Take a look at Kahari Lewis, though. He really hit the ground hard.
So we'll head to the fourth, 55-53, while the Union Mine Traders check it on Kahari Lewis. We'll be back here at ABC Jam Productions. Gines to inbound from right in front of our table here. This kid is so cool under pressure. He just smiled up at the fans. Gines gets it back. Gines loses his footing. It's going to be a travel. Yeah, he just got a blew a tire there.
Yeah.
I think he wanted some contact, but I think that contact came after the walk.
Yeah, it was a good call. He definitely traveled before the contact occurred.
Backdoor feed. Jenkins lays it up and in. That's Jenkins to Jenkins.
Great set by Natomas there. Coach McKenzie coaching him up after the break.
Sweet on the baseline, rises up, mid-range jumper, good.
Tough turnaround by Nate Sweet.
Boy, when he elevated off the floor, he wasn't even looking at the rim. Here's a 3 by Mano Jenkins off the mark. Zmerzliker with the rebound.
Big time rebound by Zmerzliker. He traveled.
That's going to be a walk there.
Yeah, you don't want to put the big guy in that position, though. That's really unfortunate. It's not his fault. Don't give him the ball. Let him get down on the post.
I think Gines
and now here we go.
Oh, and they're sleeping here. Wallace can't finish. Terrell with the rebound saves it right to Sweet, though.
Game's a little sloppy right now.
Winning time. Gines and Terrell steals it. Jenkins in the front court. Jenkins is fouled.
That's going to be 2 free throws.
Ooh, that's a hard foul there.
He can slash, he can shoot, he can score, he can defend.
That is a
he
playoff.
Does it all.
That is a playoff foul.
Yes, it was.
Nothing bad in there. Just a good, hard playoff foul. Don't let him try for the 3-point play.
But nothing cheap. Make him earn it from the line.
They list that as Gines fourth. I don't know. I don't remember him picking up that many fouls. And Jenkins knocks down the free throw.
Yeah, and if you're a Union Mine fan out there, you got to keep Gines in the game. I mean, he's the engine that runs the Ferrari over here in the snake pit.
7:05 to play in the game. Jenkins splits the pair. Gines with another rebound.
Now we got to make a call here.
Jump ball, and it's going to be Natomas basketball.
Jump ball. That'll be the Nighthawks ball.
$12 points in the second half for Mano Jenkins. He had 13 in the first half. He's up to 25 in this game.
Yeah, Union Mine can't worry about the call. They got to defend. They got their hands full with the Nighthawks.
Whistle, and that's going to be a moving screen on Jenkins.
This game's pretty ragged right now. Both teams need to settle down and just play. Darion Jenkins is worried about the call. He's got to just get back and defend.
This game has gotten hectic.
Wow.
Real quick.
McNeil back in the game for Darion Jenkins.
That's the third on Darion Jenkins. Merzlicher, the inbound. Gets it into Sweet. Here's Gines on the move.
That's
Gines
a push.
Poked away from behind, but McNeil fouled him.
Gines is so good at staying low with the ball.
Second team foul.
And he's strong with the ball.
That makes that poke from behind just nearly impossible.
Yeah, and you know, at 5'7", he's dribbling the ball like about a 5-footer, which is a positive thing because he's always protecting the basketball.
The less distance has to travel between the floor and the hand is a good thing.
That's right.
There's Gines off the screen. Kicks to Shade. 3 on the way. Shade off the mark. Mano Jenkins with the rebound. This kid can do it all. Long pass up ahead. Wilkins from the corner. Got it!
Time three!
I don't believe that he's a freshman. Here's a steal by
another
Hemingway.
flurry by the Nighthawks.
Sweet comes up with it, though, as Wilkins couldn't control the pass. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Jenkins. I think that's number 3 on Mano Jenkins.
Well, this game is just off the hook. I mean, these teams are just dealing out there. Wow.
6-point lead right now, the largest of the game for either team. Natomas in front. They've led most of the way here in the second half, but again, it's been close the entire way.
Yeah, the problem for Union Mine, they haven't been able to quite break through and take the lead and have this place completely go bananas. We've got a towel here. Do we need to clean up any mess? Make sure the floor is safe. Here we go.
Here's Shade with it. Sweet. Sweet up ahead to Merzlicher.
Good job by
Sweet will pull up from 3. This one's off the mark. And Achilles Terrell lets the ball go out of bounds. It'll be Natomas basketball. Has some contact with Sweet after the shot.
Now Natomas can kind of get a grip on the game a bit here if they can score.
Hemingway in the lane. Hemingway goes up and he is
should be a non-shooting
foul,
foul.
but on the floor. You called it, partner. The foul's on Nate Sweet.
Okay, now Thomas is running their stack. They'll run a split, a shooter to the corner, and then a weak side three-point shot. Should be able to swing the ball here.
Here's Wilkins.
Stayed on the strong side that time.
Oh, look at the defense here from Shade.
Great defense.
Shade hits the deck. Wallace out to Hemingway. Drives and kicks. Terrell from the corner. This one's off the mark. Hemingway with the rebound.
Again, Natomas just aggressive to the offensive board.
Wilkins for 3 in and out. Adi comes flying through for the board.
You cannot take your
Another steal nearly by Natomas, and then Wilkins pokes out from behind.
Now, Natomas has numbers.
Here comes Wilkins. Wilkins goes right at Sweet with the rejection.
Wow.
The Snake Pit is loving that one with 5:33 to play in the game.
Offense, defense. If it was football, it'd be special teams.
This pace, I mean.
It's incredible.
This is an absolute track meet.
Coming into the game, number 22, Jeremiah Adi.
Jeremiah Adi's checking in. So both the Adi brothers in the game right now, both with 4 fouls. Jenkins to Jenkins.
Mano will pull it. He'll pull it from there.
Mano Jenkins will pull. No rhythm on that shot. Terrell with the rebound. Terrell goes back up. Can't get it to go. Another rebound fought for. Oh, and Terrell's hurt, man. That's a hard fall there. Oh.
Not sure what their call is here.
I think it's a jump ball.
All right. Well, that will go back to Union Mine then.
Yeah, Union Mine basketball, just a jump ball. I was worried about Terrell because he was tied up with the ball, couldn't brace himself, and he fell underneath Merzlicher.
Yes.
But these kids jump up from stuff that I just can't even fathom.
Youth is a beautiful thing.
Here's Sweet, has it knocked away from behind, but it goes right to Adi. Wilkins does it again.
And they're on the attack.
Here comes Mano. Glides in, floater no good. Adi rebounds.
Hayden Adi with the rebound.
Again, they're looking to...
Here's a steal.
You better be careful here if you're Natomas. There's going to be a technical. The official doing a nice job of not calling the technical. But you've got to calm the guys down here.
That is fantastic officiating. He could have called that tech, and he gave Darion Jenkins an opportunity there.
Yep. That is high-quality officiating.
The home book has 5 on Darion Jenkins.
Coach McKenzie may want to call a timeout here. The pace is where he wants it, but he's got to make sure his guys stay composed.
So this is interesting. The home book has 5 on Jenkins, but they just put 4 up on the scoreboard. But the home book is saying that Jenkins is fouled out of the game. And they're going to say no. The official's not having any of it because of what the scoreboard says and how that can be confusing to the Nighthawks. Well, that's officiating crew's done a nice job in a hectic environment. Wilkins with another steal. Wilkins pivots.
Hezzy.
Down low, Terrell lays it up and in.
Strong. Achilles being Hercules.
Sweet got caught in the air, throws it off glass, no good. Here come the Nighthawks. Wilkins from 3. Got it!
They need a timeout if you're Union Mine. It's getting away from them.
Alfred Wilkins is out of his mind. This place is absolutely jumping. I don't even believe the game that we're seeing. We'll step away.
Unbelievable.
66-55. I think they got the score wrong in-house. That was a 3 from Wilkins, I thought. It should be 66-55. We'll step away. We'll be back here at ABC Jam Productions.
Pandemonium here at the pit.
There, but there's no protest being done by Natomas. Right now, I think they're thinking foot on the gas.
That's exactly right.
4:32 to go in the game.
You got to watch the deep ball if you're Natomas because they're committing a lot to the front court. Again, a 10-second call potentially, but they got it across with Gines.
Just in time. We're talking 8.5 seconds there, and that's going to be a foul on Terrell. If you're Terrell, you got him pinned under the basket. You just got to lay off there, right,
yes,
Coach?
You do. You want to keep the baseline as a defender, but just angle him out to the sideline, but don't push him out of bounds.
So that's the 5th on Natomas. So now Union Mine can get back in it with free throws. That was the 4th foul on Terrell. 4:18 to play in the game. Gines knocks down the free throw.
Gines is cool as a cucumber up there. This senior wants to keep his season going for himself, his teammates, and his school.
Gines, second free throw, good.
Ethan,
65-57. We approach the halfway point of this 4th quarter.
Now, if you're Natomas, you don't want to lose the attack mode, but you can take a little bit more time, make sure you get a good shot.
Here's Darion Jenkins to Mano. Out to Wilkins. He'll fire from 3.
Beautiful
Wilkins
set.
knocks down another.
That is tremendous offense for Natomas. And
Sweet at the other end, puts it up and in.
Answering on the other end.
That's a quick bucket off a make there.
Great recognition by Union Mine to get the ball up the court to Sweet in a hurry.
Wilkins out to Kahari Lewis.
Dribbled.
Lewis is a little out of control there.
We got 2,000 officials here in the gym right now, and they're all vocalizing.
And Lewis had about 9 things he wanted to do with the basketball right when he caught it.
Yeah.
Another near steal by
This
Wilkins.
pressure is relentless by Natomas.
Long pass to Adi.
Doing a nice job with the diagonal against the pressure.
Here's Gines in the lane, and that's going to be a block on Lewis.
So Gines is really forcing the action, partner. He's not going to settle. He's going to stay in attack mode and make the officials make the call, and he's been very intelligent on the attack here in the second half. The first quarter was a little bit out of control. Very smart attack by Gines here. Back on the line shooting 2.
It's 12 of 14 at the line in this game.
Then
3:27 to go in regulation.
And this is winning time. These are the money shots.
And Venture has beaten Ripon. So the winner of this game will take on Venture Academy in the D4 Championship at UC Davis, 8 p.m. on Friday.
If this is any preview of what we're going to see in that game on Friday, look out. This has been a beauty here tonight.
Gines' free throw is good.
He is so solid from the line. Super impressive.
17 points in the game, 13 of those at the line. And you talked about it, forcing the action.
But intelligently,
The rest
yes.
of the team has only made 3 total free throws.
He's the smallest guy in the court, and he's forcing the action. Drops another one in.
14 of 16 at the line in this one. Lead is back down to 7. Again, 3:27 to go in the game.
So for Union Mine now, you got to dig in on defense. No second shots. That is critical for Union Mine on the defensive end. For Natomas, you want to take care of the ball, run your stuff, get high-quality shots. 3:15 to go in the game.
There's Wilkins with it, the man of the hour.
It's like Union Mine may want to trap a little here.
Jenkins with the drive, the kick. Aaron Wallace for 3. Got him! He had been cold this half. He just heated up there.
That is cold-blooded.
And a steal by Darion Jenkins,
And there's a foul. Natomas is relentless with their pressure. And when they score, it is like shark-infested waters. The Nighthawks, so impressive.
That's the first bucket of the second half for Aaron Wallace. He has 9 points in the game, and Sweet got called for the foul. Oh, it's one of the covers off of the volleyball hole there. Oh my goodness!
It is, wow.
Good job by the coaching staff to recognize that. One of the players for Union Mine. Oh boy.
That could be a disaster.
I mean, they've corrected it, and I'm still nervous thinking of what could have come there if that hadn't got remedied. It's a full timeout. We'll stay right here with you, though. We're having too much fun here tonight. 71-61, about 3 minutes to go in this game.
As good as it gets tonight here at the Snake Pit. Both teams playing their hearts out. Natomas has been able to keep their nose ahead in this second half, and now they've been able to spread it out to a 10-point lead. They're going to the line, I believe, at this point, or certainly have possession of the ball. And they're going to make sure that
yeah, they're putting one with a weight in it on the court there.
It's a great idea.
I mean, listen, this is a great game, but player safety has got to be at a premium, and that one doesn't fit there. Hold on.
They'll get something. It is paramount beyond everything else, the safety of the players.
The one with the weight doesn't fit that hole there.
Natomas not in the bonus, so they will, once they get the cover on there, which they did, Natomas will inbounds. Now, again, they've done a nice job of running their offense, staying aggressive, but not taking anything too quick. 10-point lead with 3 minutes left. They need to take care of the ball first.
There's Jenkins to Wilkins. Darion Jenkins, they'll slow it down. The clock is on the side of the Nighthawks.
That's
going to be a carry on Jenkins.
You can't turn the ball over.
He just kind of slightly lost control of it. That hand got underneath. 2:45 to play now. It's a big turnover. That was pretty early in the shot clock, too.
It was. And now Union Mine's got to take advantage of the turnover here. And there's another steal.
Wilkins with a steal.
They should pull it out, run their stuff. Union Mine cannot give up an offensive rebound here. They're in a danger zone. They need to get stops and stack 3 or 4 buckets here in the last 2.5.
Here's Wilkins. He loses it. Sweet and Wilkins hitting the deck for the loose ball. And the loose ball will go to Union Mine. I think that's the right call. Wilkins was on the sideline and the ball was touching him. Boy.
This game has had everything.
How much do you think these young men want it? I mean, that was an all-out dive between two guys, total disregard for their bodies.
Yes. What a game.
Total disregard for this magnificent gym floor here at Union Mine. 2:27 to go in the game. Union Mine needs an answer soon.
And they need it. Yes, they need it right now. And you can't be as selective as maybe you'd like. They need to force the action, get their first good early shot, and knock it down.
The inbound stolen by Hemingway. Hemingway's going to attack, and Hemingway will be fouled.
By Hemingway. That's a good play. You want to continue in your attack mode. And Hemingway, hopefully he's okay. He's been picked up by his teammate off the ground, bent over slightly.
Here's the only downside to that if you're Natomas. Hemingway hasn't made a free throw yet tonight. 41% free throw shooter on the year.
But I like the fact he attacked. I mean, you get into this sort of protective mode. It's like a prevent defense in football. You don't really want to do that, and that's not their personality. So there's still 2.5 minutes left approximately. You want to keep moving the scoreboard from Natomas intelligently. For Union Mine, they got to take their first quick shot.
And Hemingway misses the first free throw.
You just called it, partner. 41% free throw shooter.
And that's not to knock the kid, just given the story of the game right now. That's all.
It's a statistic, but when you're down to the wire here, you throw away the statistics, see if he can knock this one down, push it up to 11 points.
Hemingway misses both. Rebound is tapped. And it's going to be a foul on Union Mine. And that's going to be on Smerslicker.
That's 5 fouls now.
On the team,
on the
team, not on Smerslicker.
No, on the team, exactly. Yeah.
That's shooting. Now, who did he foul? That's what they're sorting out right now. I think it's going to be Aaron Wallace at the line. So Wallace, the freshman, will step up to the charity stripe. He's a 74% free throw shooter, so a little different from Mr. Hemingway, who was at the line previously. First free throw from Wallace is pure. 10 points in the game now for Aaron Wallace.
Freshman with ice water in his veins here. Packed house at Union Mine, just drops it in.
They got 25 points from the sophomore Mano Jenkins. They've gotten 18 points from the freshman Alfred Wilkins. Now they got a freshman Aaron Wallace with 10. And Wallace knocks them both down. 12-point lead for
Natomas. Going to force the action here, just like he's been doing.
In the corner, Adi for three. This one's long. That's going to be a push in the back on Shade.
Yep.
And this will send who to the line?
Natomas, as young as they are so composed. It's incredibly impressive how composed this team is.
And Mano Jenkins is going to be the shooter. The Nighthawk fans are feeling good right now. 2:17 to play. Jenkins' first free throw is good.
And we talk about this a lot, making your free throws down the stretch. Wallace, the freshman, knocked down his two. Mano Jenkins, solid as a rock, leader for the Nighthawks, trying to do the same, and does.
Knocks them both down. 27 in the game for Mano Jenkins.
So if you're Natomas, you don't want to foul.
The three on the way from Sweet.
Big
he got that one to go. That's a big-time triple there from Sweet. His second triple of the second half.
The Nighthawks have to take care of the ball. If you're Union Mine, you got to take some chances.
Mano Jenkins for three.
Oh my goodness!
And that might be the nail in the coffin. That was cold-blooded from Mano Jenkins.
If there wasn't a dagger before, that just sent them to the finals. Mano Jenkins.
30 points in the game, 1:55 to go.
The bigger the moment, the better he plays. The man, the myth, and now making a legend, Mano Jenkins.
And the crowd is chanting Mano Jenkins.
And well, they should. And they got a nice contingent here that's come up from Natomas, and he's rewarded them along with his Nighthawk teammates with a win that's going to send them to the championship game on Friday at UC Davis against the powerhouse Venture.
Venture's
Academy.
been that team. They've been right there. Union Mine and Venture have been the top 2 teams in D4 the entire season. And you know, you got a feeling that difference between 1 and 2 was going to be a huge deal in D4, with Natomas likely the 3 seed. And Natomas is the 3 seed, and you see why that was a huge deal. Who had to play Natomas versus, you know, no disrespect to Ripon or Escalon, but this was a different caliber at the 3 seed than at the 4 or 5.
Yeah, Natomas is a different level of team. That's why they come out with the seedings the way they do, and this has been an absolute barn burner tonight, but once Natomas took control of the game, they never let up.
Natomas last won a title in 2000.
Now, if you're Natomas, you don't want to foul. You got to take an early, quick shot. You don't want to foul.
They did foul, or Gines at least hit the deck there, and it's going to be called on, couldn't tell if it was McNeil or Jenkins. Either way, the players fouled out. It was Darion Jenkins.
All right.
That's his 5th.
But you look at Mano Jenkins, he's just in total control of his team. He's directing guys right now. Everybody's cool and collected. Now, Gines needs to make both of these. Union Mine will get into their pressure.
First one from Gines is good.
We'll see what Coach Williams' philosophy is here as far as throwing a first trap and a foul, or whether he wants to try to play out the possession a little bit longer.
Gines misses the second, rebound fought for. That's going to be a
jump ball. Goes to Natomas.
Natomas has the possession arrow, and that's Mano Jenkins tying up for the jump ball there. Unbelievable.
I think if you're Union Mine, you got to run and jump, try to get a quick trap and a steal. If not, you got to foul.
Here's Terrell, and he's fouled from behind.
It's a good foul by Sweet.
It's one of those where I never really understand the intentional foul call in high school sports. They say you're supposed to make a play on the basketball.
Yeah. Well, the definition is a little elusive, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But good call. Now for Natomas, you just got to continue to make her free throws and close the door on the Diamondbacks. And if you're Union Mine, you got to hope for some misses.
Terrell at the line, he misses the first. Achilles Terrell's a 54% free throw shooter on the year.
Relatively the right guy to foul as opposed to some others on the Nighthawks.
And he misses both.
You got their misses. You got to push now. Get an early opportunity.
Here comes Adi to Gines. Gines in the paint.
Got to shoot the
Chambers
three.
from the wing. Off the mark. Terrell with a big-time rebound, and then gets in the hands of Mano Jenkins.
What a split by Jenkins.
Up ahead, here's Hemingway. He gets rid of it.
Great decision.
Oh, and Gines didn't know he's behind him and stole it from Jenkins. Smerslicker lays it up and in.
Timeout by Union Mine.
Timeout. They got to be running out of timeouts. 1:15 to play. Full timeout. We'll take one last break here at ABC Jam Productions. We'll be back for the conclusion of this one at Union Mine.
Got to rotate your double teams and crash the passing lanes. You're going to have to foul here. There you go.
They foul Hemingway, and
it's a good foul.
That's the one you want to foul there.
Now, again, we talked about this before. Natomas needs to make their free throws to close the deal. If you're Union Mine, you got to hope for a miss. 2 misses, get the rebound and push.
Hemingway at the line, 1:06 to play in the game. Hemingway misses the first.
Stepping onto the court, number 3, Ethan Gines.
Ethan Gines checks back in. He's coming in for offense. I think he has 4 fouls. They don't want him to pick up his 5th. Hemingway at the line, knocks down the second. That's a big shot there. First point of the game. Here's a steal by Hemingway. Gives up to Wallace.
They should pull it out.
They will. 1 minute to play.
You got to foul if you're Union Mine. You can't wait.
Here's Wallace, who is fouled by Smerslicker. Let's see how many that is on Isaac Smerslicker. That's 4 on Smerslicker. At this point, let's say everybody who's still in the game has 4 fouls, pretty much how it seems to be going. Wallace at the line. He knocked down 2 free throws earlier in this half, and first one is pure.
Another impressive freshman for Natomas. Seems like they got like 50 freshmen on the team that can play well. It's incredible.
Really off third quarter, but then the fourth quarter, he hit a 3, and now, he's 3 of 4 at the line in the corner. Here's a steal by Hemingway, who lays it up and in.
Puts the finishing touches on the win for the Nighthawks.
83-67, 45 seconds to play. Corner three, Adi is no good. Jenkins rebounds. Sends it up ahead to Hemingway. To McNeil.
Coach wants him to pull it out.
Oh, it's
going to be a
backcourt
turnover.
A little bit too quick with the pass there by McNeil.
Right
32.6 seconds to play here.
Exactly, right idea, just a little sloppy. It's not going to cost them, though. Nighthawks will be moving on to the championship game. And for Union Mine, their season is not over. They're moving on to NorCal's.
There's Gines. Gines attacks the lane. Where have you heard that before? Ethan Gines lays it up in there.
Played a tremendous game for the D-backs.
Here comes Terrell, and he is fouled. And I think that's going to be 5 on Sweet.
Yes. Getting a nice ovation here from the home crowd.
So Sweet has fouled out.
Coach Williams, I think, is going to empty his bench here and give these seniors a nice round of applause. Again, as we talked about, on Sunday they'll find out what their fate is in terms of the NorCal seedings, but they're going to be a handful, whatever division they place them in the Northern California State Tournament.
22 points in the game for Sweet. Terrell knocks down that free throw. He's got 8 in the contest. The final score is not indicative of the way this game was played and how close it was. So many lead changes in that first half and into the third quarter as Terrell, the senior, knocks down both free throws. And here's no steal by Mano Jenkins. And that's going to be a foul on Adi, and now he's fouled out. And that'll send Mano Jenkins to the line.
You know, you watch this young Nighthawks team, and you just see their body language. None of this surprises them. They expected to come in here and do this tonight. Even though they're the lower seed, it's a 2 versus a 3, but this team plays with supreme calm confidence. Starts with Coach McKenzie and runs right down all the way through this lineup.
Number 5, Daytime Shade.
And Mano Jenkins, like an extension of the coach out there, just a sophomore. The sky's the limit for this young man.
Absolutely.
31 points, make it, still 31 points in the game. McNeil with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out looking for Wilkins, but it'll go into the backcourt. That's going to be an over and back violation with 11 seconds to go in the game. So 31 points for Jenkins, but I think we got to interview Alfred Wilkins after the game. Either one of those guys deserved player of the game, but Wilkins was the catalyst that created the separation for Natomas late in the third.
Yes, had 13 points in the second half.
And that's
right
heck of a hands there by Wallace as he knocks it away off of Union Mine. 4.3 to play.
And good footwork by my partner, Matthew Bissett. Natomas going to run out the clock here and get out of here with a win into the finals.
The Nighthawks are headed to UC Davis to play for a Sac Joaquin Section Division IV championship. We'll be back hopefully with Alfred Wilkins, our player of the game, here at ABC Jam Productions.